So here we go. So making yourselves comfortable and just taking a moment to feel the connection between you and the surface that you are sitting on or lying on. And feel your breath moving through your body. And notice how your body moves as you inhale. And notice how your body moves when you exhale. And see if you can notice the difference. Notice the places where your body comes into connection with the chair, and where that connection just recedes and contracts a little and space appears. See if you can spend some time noticing those spaces, being aware of the gaps in the contours of your body. And make yourself comfortable. Keep moving, keep adjusting until your body feels completely comfortable, completely at rest. And if you're feeling some tension, just give that part of your body a little move, a little shake. And really spend the time just settling. And I invite you to be aware of your body and to introduce movement at any time during the breath work today, any of the breaths. You can introduce some movement if it feels good to you and brings you comfort. And as the music is about to begin, just invite you to consider the other aspects of your being. So we've considered your physical being. And just keep that in mind, keep tuning in to your body. But I also invite you to give your mind some space. Maybe you have something on your mind that would benefit from your attention. And you don't have to dedicate the whole of the breath to it. Just a few seconds saying, I hear you, I understand. And then maybe asking for that thing just to settle to the side for a while so that you can enjoy this midweek exhale. And if other things come up, just do the same. Say, thank you, I hear you, I see you. And then let it rest for a while, like you're resting. And we're not changing our breath at the moment, you are just using your natural rhythm. And we're giving your breath some time and space. Remember to keep adjusting your body to be comfortable. Keep thanking your mind for keeping you safe, and keep putting the thoughts to rest just for a while. And tune into how you're feeling. Is there an emotion that's present with you right now? And how does that feel? Even where does it feel? And our emotions are best when they're moving. So see if you can sense movement in the emotion. And if not, maybe give it a little nudge to move on. I'm going to leave you for a while. And I'll be back shortly. And between each breath that we invite you to, we're going to have a 2-minute silence. And just notice how you feel in those silences. Notice what comes up for you, body, mind, emotions. Just enjoy the space and see what arises.
And as the silence comes to an end, just reflect on what that silence was like for a second. How it felt to be on silence, just you and your breath. And we're going to move into a new breath now, and it's called Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. And it's breath where you make noise in your throat. So you're breathing the back of your throat. So it's like if you're fogging up a mirror or a window, and you open your mouth and you blow on it. And you make that sort of silent ha sound. You're going to do that, but you're going to do it with your mouth closed. So you're breathing in and out through your nose and you're making that sound. And it's sometimes called Darth Vader breath because it sort of sounds like Darth Vader. And we're going to soften our inhale and exhale as we do it. We don't want to make a huge loud sound. We're just going to make a quiet sound for ourselves. And Ujjayi breath is really good for slowing down your breathing and deepening your breathing. And it also activates your vagal nerve, which makes your body know that it's safe and brings you into your parasympathetic nervous system. So just begin to make that sound in the back of your throat. And as you're making the sound, allow the sound to carry you deeper. And it's called ocean breathing. So as you listen to the music, which is almost ready to start, feel that ocean and visualize that ocean as you breathe. So beginning to slowly inhale and exhale, nice and softly and gently, and making the sound in the back of your throat. I don't know if you can hear mine. And breathing at your own pace in this one. And allowing the sound to anchor you to your breath. And quieten any mental chatter that's there. Breathing in and out through your nose and breathing down into your belly. And as you breathe, if you want to bring in some gentle movement, just begin to lift your arms up on the inhale and bring them back down on the exhale. And you can lift them up to the side or you can lift them up in front of you, whichever suits better where you are right now. Up on the inhale. Down on the exhale, gently with your breath. Now focusing on that sound. Keeping your inhales and exhales soft and gentle. Keeping the movement up just as long as you want. And then just letting it go and just focusing on making the sound with your breath. And as we get to the end of the music, maybe just shaking yourself out, preparing yourself to go back into the silence, and just noticing what's changed, if anything's changed.
And as the silence comes to an end, just reflect on how that silence felt in comparison to the first silence that we had. What's the quality of that silence? How is the breath? And in this next segment, we are going to do box breathing or square breathing, square breath. And in this breath, we inhale for the count of 4, imagining that we're moving up the left side of a box. We hold along the top of the box for 4. And then we exhale for the count of 4, imagining we're going down the right-hand side of a box. And then we hold along the bottom for the count of 4. And you can imagine this square shape as you're breathing. And just notice how your body feels when you're doing this. And if you don't feel like you want to hold for as long, then just adjust the breath to work with your pattern, to work with how you feel right now. You may not feel like a count of 4. You might want to do it with a smaller count or a different count. And I love that this breath is practiced by the Navy SEALs. And it's part of their training to strengthen their control of the breath. So as the music begins, just take the first couple of bars of music to just notice that it's inviting you to breathe and hold, exhale and hold, and follow my voice for a count of 4, but don't forget to change it if you wish to. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, holding, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling, 2, 3, 4, and holding, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Follow the rhythm and the impulses of your own body and adapt the count if you want to. You're going to be here for another 5 minutes, so just give your focus to this gentle breath, creating that square or box in your mind and following the rhythm of the music and the rhythm of your body and your breath. your focus and concentration wanders, don't worry, just gently bring it back to the breath, following the pattern of inhale and hold, exhale and hold, following the music prompts that suits your body. I have just 90 seconds left. And on your next exhale, just let your breath return to your natural rhythm. We're going to move into another period of silent reflection, where I just invite you to notice
And as the bird song begins again, just reflecting on what that silence was like and how it was different or the same to the other silences you were in. And we're going to move in now to our last breath of the evening. And our last breath style this evening is coherence breathing. And coherence breathing is when we bring our inhale and our exhale into balance, so that we're inhaling for the same amount of time as we're exhaling. And our inhales and exhales can be soft and through the nose. And sometimes it helps to count And sometimes it's a case of sensing that our inhale and exhale are the same length and breathing with intention. And coherence breathing is really good when you need to focus, but it's also really good when you need to be calm, when you need to bring your body into a place of safety. And for me, coherence breathing is the one I reach for most often during the day because it's very easy to do and it doesn't take a lot of concentration. It's also really good in bed at night for going to sleep. So when the music starts, I want you breathing in and out softly through your nose, if that's possible. And I want you to find your own count in the music. A lot of the time we say breathe in and out for 4, but if 4 is too much for you today, do less. And if 4 is not enough for you today, do more. But find the beat in the music that suits you. So take a minute just to bring your breathing back softly through your nose. Finding your own count here. But allowing that breath to be gentle and soft. Keeping your focus with your breath. But if it drifts, just gently bringing it back. Inhaling and exhaling softly and gently. And maybe inhaling for 1 count longer and exhaling for 1 count longer. If that feels right. Keeping your focus gently on that breath. Allowing it to gently come in and out through your nose. And as the music fades, just letting go of the control of your breath and allowing it to come back to its natural rhythm. And just in this period of silence, just noticing. And as the silence ends, just reflecting on how you feel now, how your body feels, how your mind feels, and how you feel. And noticing, is it different or is it the same as it was when you began? And maybe taking a second to reflect on how you found the practice this evening, what you liked, maybe what you didn't like as much, how you found the silence. And whatever way it was for you, that's perfect. And beginning now to take your awareness back into your body and just to be aware of the sensations that you feel. Maybe the surface under you, maybe the air around you. Can you feel it on your skin? And maybe bringing a little bit of movement in, even if it's just wriggling your fingers or your toes. or stretching. Beginning to consider coming back to the Zumbra. If your eyes are still closed, maybe gently blink them open to look around the room you're in. Look at the familiar things that are around you. And when you feel ready, if you're lying down, coming onto one side and gently getting up. And bringing yourself back into the Zumbra. And just before I put off the recording and open the circle for any shares, if anybody wants to share, and you don't have to, Sharon has put some links in. We do have a YouTube channel called Midweek Exhale. So anybody who wants to do these in between times, all the recordings have been put there. And she also put both our websites, sharonwiththey.co.uk and mariedortywellness.ie. So I'm going to put off the recording and I'm going to open the room for shares. And if there is anybody who